Let's be honest. You want to make money, not just to survive, but to live the lifestyle you actually want. For some of you, it is not even about being a millionaire. Maybe it is just being able to travel whenever you want without asking for permission. Maybe it is having enough money to give your family the life they deserve. Whatever your definition of success is, I respect it. But here is one thing I know for sure. No matter what goals you have, they all need one thing, which is cash flow. And if I could go back and speak to my younger self, which is the version of me that was trying to build brands from scratch with pure skill and zero capital and zero leverage, I would tell him that one thing: get your cash flow right first. Before you try to build a brand, before you burn months of chasing a vision with no money behind it, start by monetizing one of these 5 side hustles I am about to show you. So you can start stacking cash, reinvest in your dream, and scale faster. Now, let me make one thing very clear. This is not one of those get-rich-quick videos. I am not about to tell you some fake shortcuts to instantly make money, because that doesn't exist, honestly. And you know it, because if you're watching this, there is a high probability that you have tried and watched hundreds of videos that claim the same thing without any results. But what I can promise you is, if you pick one of these side hustles I am about to break down in the next few minutes, and you go all in on that one thing, and you actually become so good that you're irreplaceable in that niche you pick, I promise you, we will start making $3,000 per month from home just with these few simple things. And if you keep growing like that, you aim for building a real business in the future, you could scale up to 10K or 50K, maybe even 6 or 7 figures business. That depends on you, honestly. So if you stick with me through this video, I am not just going to give you a boring list of side hustles, I am going to show you exactly how to make them work. I'll break down the mindset, share with you a few tools and few smart strategies I wish I knew earlier, so you don't waste your time trying to figure out everything on your own. You will walk away with actionable steps, realistic and clear expectations, because this isn't about copying trends, it is about building cash flow machines you can control, scale, and eventually turn into real business. Let's jump straight into the first side hustle, which I consider the most important step anyone can take to start making money early. And here is why. You're not selling your time, you are selling deals. That means you don't need to know how to design, edit, or even code. All you need is to find someone with a specific problem and connect them with someone who actually has the solution. And it is called drop servicing. One of the cleanest ways to generate profits with almost zero upfront costs. And here is how it works. Let's say you find a client who wants to improve the SEO on their website. You go, for example, on Fiverr, one of my favorite platforms for drop servicing top-rated freelancers with thousands of verified reviews. You quote the client, for example, $400 for the full SEO service, and you pay the freelancer $100 to do the actual work, and you keep $300 in that case. You just need to find the right freelancer to do that work for you, and you find your client with the specific problem on your website, on multiple marketplaces, on other markets where competition is very low. And the best part, this works for a lot of fields: SEO, video editing, Instagram content, literally any skill. But you need to be specific and pick one that actually businesses need and are willing to pay for. And be careful here, you're not the service provider. You are the person who closes deals. In early stages, that is exactly what you need. Maximum income, minimum cost, zero risk, and I strongly advise you to go down on the description. You will find the link of Fiverr and you can start scouting quality freelancers right away. Now let's move to the side hustle number 2, and this one is all about digital leverage. I am talking about selling digital eBooks through your own store with your own marketing and keep 100% of the profits. And before you roll your eyes, do not underestimate the power of digital ebooks and digital products in general. This is honestly one of my favorite business models because you build the product once and sell it an unlimited number of times with zero extra costs. It is pure scalability. Now, of course, this model does require real value. You should be creating something that solves a real problem and people will actually pay for it. Here's how I recommend getting started. You should pick a niche that could be anything like cooking, fitness, finance, anything you know or are passionate about. Then you've got two ways. The first way is to write your own ebook. Use ChatGPT only to assist you, but not to write it for you. Structure it well, make it beautiful in Canva, for example, and position it as a real solution to a problem. You've got also the second way, which is if you're not confident in your writing skills, don't worry. You can use a high quality private label rights content that are available out there, and these are pre-written white label books you can legally rebrand, redesign and resell as your own. Once your product is ready, list it on your own Shopify store and start marketing with Instagram, email, or even paid ads if you want to accelerate the process. You will find a product ecosystem that generates cash flow on autopilot. This isn't just a side hustle, this is the first step to build your own product-based brand. But please be careful. To be honest, there are millions of ebooks out there and you need to be special. And the only way to be special is to really work hard on it and provide actual value to your audience. Now, let's move on to the side hustle number 3. And this one is for the people who are ready to learn a real high demand skill and use it to get paid directly. We are talking about building online stores using platforms like Shopify, WordPress, or Wix. And if you are thinking this is oversaturated, think again. Just take a few minutes look around you. New brands are launching every single day. Everyone wants to sell something online, but very few people know how to set up a proper store, and that's where the opportunity is. You can learn this skill in a matter of weeks through free YouTube tutorials, Udemy courses, or just by building your own demo store from scratch. You will learn, and throughout the process, you will figure out how to structure pages for conversions, how to design with clarity and flow, making it mobile-friendly stores that actually look professional. And that way, you're gonna be building trust with layouts, colors, and navigations. Once you've got the fundamentals, start offering your service to small creators or anyone launching a product. And here is the beauty of it. This isn't just a one-time gig. Once you deliver great work, you can upsell clients on maintenance, revisions, email setup, and even basic SEO. At first, charge a little, around $200 to $400 per store, and as you improve, you can go premium somewhere between $750 and $1,500 per project. This is the one of those skills that compounds. The more you do it, the more you earn. If you want to scale, you can even turn this into an agency model, but for now, you need to learn the skill, do the work, and get paid directly for the value you bring. Now, let's move on to the next one, where we talk about making money through content without even showing your face. But listen carefully here, I am always emphasizing on value. What I'm talking about is building a real YouTube business. You pick a great niche, you build a brand, and you create real value. That's what you need to do. And you don't necessarily need to be famous. You don't need to be on camera, but you need to approach this like a media business because that's what it is. And in 2025, you've got the right tools to make this easily accessible. You can literally build the whole thing with AI assistants. Let me break it down. For voiceovers, you can literally use 11 Labs, and that's what I personally use. The voices are realistic, clean, and they don't sound like those AI TikTok narrators. For editing, you will need to improve your skills. Yes, it matters. You cannot just upload trash and expect people to watch. Use CapCut Desktop, for example. Use any editing platform out there that are user-friendly and that are easy to learn. There is tutorials everywhere showing you every step of the editing process. You just need to sacrifice some time and actually learn the skill. For visuals, there is also unlimited choice of softwares and platforms, just like Pexels, for example, Pixabay, or Storyblocks. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands of those. You just need to know how to combine it right, or even improve your After Effects skills so you can provide a unique content. For scripts, you can use ChatGPT, but don't just copy-paste whatever ChatGPT gives you. You need to edit, make it flow like a story. That's what gets views. And once your channel starts getting traction, you can monetize with AdSense, affiliate link, digital products, or even sell the entire channel if you want to exit. This is not just some overnight trick, but if you take it seriously, stay consistent, and treat it like a business, you can absolutely build a channel that makes $100 per day or more on a autopilot mode. And now let's move on to the final side hustle of this episode, and this one is for those of you who already have a skill but just haven't figured out how to make it pay yet. And honestly, this one might be the most underrated of all of them. It is freelancing, and I am not talking about doing random low-paid gigs forever. I am talking about picking one skill, getting really good at it, and using it as your own entry point into the game. Because here is the truth: if you don't have a capital, your skill is your currency. But the biggest mistake most people make is trying to do everything. They edit one day, write the next day, then code the week after, and they wonder why they are stuck. What am I telling you is pick one lane and go deep. Whether that is video editing, design, copywriting, coding, or UGC, learn it, practice it, study the market, start with free tutorials, and build a small project and get good enough to start charging for your services. Then the question that comes after this: where do I find clients? Where do I get them? You can start with Fiverr, and there is a lot out there in the market, and you can have a profile in all of them. And you need to build a clean profile, show clear outcomes, and start collecting reviews. And once you've got a few wins under your belt, you don't stay a freelancer. You package what you do. You turn your skill into a productized offer, and you start building a brand. And now you're not just doing gigs, you are running a focused business. That's how you scale. That's how you escape the price trap. And that's how freelancing becomes your launchpad, not your cage. All right, you've got the roadmap now. These aren't just side hustles. These are real plays. Each one of them can make you $100 a day if you focus enough on it, only, and improve your skills in it. But more importantly, they can become the foundation of something bigger. And listen, you don't need to do all 5 side hustles I said. Just pick one, go deep, master it, become the best at it. Because the truth is, most people fail not because they picked the wrong path, but because they jump around and never stick to anything long enough to get results. So pick your lane, start messy if you have to, just start. And if you've got value from this video, do the usual: like, comment, and subscribe, because I am just getting started. And trust me, what's coming next is going to hit 10 times harder. See you in the next one.